Kane is in.
Your radio, so I'm gonna react to WWE in 2005 was amazing by Wrestling GIF.
Building this.
The other day I was chilling on PlayStation getting completely destroyed in Warzone, and I got a message from one of you guys. In your opinion, what is the best year in WWE history? And I said probably 2000. When you raise the question on what is the best year in WWE, most people will say 2000. It was the Attitude Era at its peak. But the issue is, I was 2 years old. So as much as I love 2000, going back and watching it, growing up playing WrestleMania 2000, as much as I know it's amazing, there's one year that to me will always be the best. There's one year to me that will always be my favorite because I lived it. 2005. 05 was perfect. I was 7 years old running around singing Candy Shop, not knowing what the fuck it meant. I was watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and I couldn't wait to grow up and have a 1v1 death match with my wife in the kitchen. And man, wrestling for me was everything. 2005 is one of the best years in WWE history, and it's my personal favorite. So this is a random, off the top of my head, a love letter to the WWE in 05. And honestly, where do I really even start? This year had everything. You want epic matches, you had it. You want surprises and shocks, you had it. You want Vince McMahon tearing
From that year, nothing beats that match. Those match of 2005 for WWE.
his quads on live TV in the middle of the ring and pretending everything was okay. You definitely had it. 05, the year that we all know Batista and John Cena became the faces of a generation. Batista, after over 2 years of being Triple H's bitch in Evolution, finally stepped up. He won the Rumble, and in the iconic segment did the thumbs up, thumbs down on Raw, powerbombed Triple H through that table, and went on to WrestleMania and became World Heavyweight Champion. This was the perfect wrestling storyline, but the best part was, it didn't just end at WrestleMania. Nah. This went on to Backlash and then Vengeance, where those two had one of the most underrated Hell in a Cell matches ever. And
The brutal Hell in a Cell matches.
of course, we know all about John Cena, who went on to become the biggest star in wrestling. 05 featured one of my favorite Cena matches of all time. Only the real ones know about this one. John Cena versus JBL in an I Quit match. This was such an epic brawl. As a kid, I was shook at the level of violence. I saw there was so much blood, it didn't make sense. But Cena came off as the biggest badass ever, and we also learned that Cena is not afraid of blood at all. He definitely
And y'all know John Cena was, Dr. Thugonomics back then.
pleasure
He had a rap career as well, and he had an album, one album.
this girl every day of the month. GG. This was the year that Cena became the man, and that itself makes this year just so special to me, because you all know that Cena is my favorite wrestler of all time. I'll never forget the night I tuned into Raw expecting it to be just another episode, and it happened to be the night that Cena got drafted to Raw. When he came out and the crowd was going crazy, I get chills just thinking about it. Batista showed up on SmackDown that month after JBL thought he won the new SmackDown championship, and it was just as special. The whole draft in 05 holds a special place in my heart. Check out Wrestling Premier's recent video on it. Cena went to Raw and spent the second half of the year feuding with Jericho and Angle. Batista became the face of SmackDown, and it was just perfect, leading to this being the cover of SVR 2006. Looking back at WrestleMania that year, we had the first ever Money in the Bank match, the first true Undertaker streak match, the crowning of two champions, and one of the best wrestling matches ever. Kurt Angle and Shawn Michaels were simply on a mission. What started in the Rumble match when Angle destroyed Shawn led to magic. We would get Angle attacking Shawn on Raw, Shawn sneaking up on Angle on SmackDown, Kurt Angle singing "I'm Just a Sexy Kurt" in a segment that will never
I'm gay, straight, bi, I'm just a sexy Kurt.
not make me laugh.
I'm just a sexy Kurt. Sexy Kurt. I'll make your ankle hurt.
and we finally got Shawn versus Angle, the dream match at WrestleMania, and you guys already know how epic that was, but they had 2 more matches that year. But speaking of year-long storylines, when I think of 05, the first storyline that comes to my head is Randy Orton versus The Undertaker. Randy Orton,
Randy Orton spent most of 2005 feuding with Undertaker, bro.
Got killer in February, RKO'd his girlfriend, and nothing was the same. His year-long feud with The Undertaker is just so special. First at Mania and Taker won, and we thought it was okay, the story is over, it's all good in the hood, Randy lost, goodbye. Till he pulled up on an episode of SmackDown in June and got it popping again. He hit that RKO on Taker and it was on, which led to Randy getting the best of Taker for months. He beat him at SummerSlam, he beat him on SmackDown, he casually put The Undertaker in a casket and set it on fire. Obviously I wasn't watching when Kane did this in 98, but when Randy did this in 05, you best believe I was speechless. I'm like, oh shit, they did it. They killed The Undertaker. I thought he was already dead, but now I knew for sure that he was dead. But nope, that just led to The Undertaker coming back at Survivor Series, walking out of the casket on fire, going into that ring and destroying everything in sight. And then they had that Hell in a Cell match in December. Fam, 2005 just had it all. We got an Elimination Chamber, the first Money in the Bank, 2 Hell in a Cell matches, an I Quit match, a casket match, a ladder match, not because they had to have one because the pay-per-view was called Hell in a Cell. Nah, they had those matches because they all made sense in the storyline, especially the ladder match. Yeah, definitely, especially the ladder match for the custody of a child. Wait, what? Yeah, the year that Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero feuded for months, and Eddie got so salty that he couldn't beat Rey that he started telling the world that he was actually dominant. Father, I'm your Poppy Dominic, which led to a ladder match, and what a time it was.
But he eventually beat him in the steel cage match, though.
To be alive. Wait, but you thought that was wild. No, don't forget, on that same show in SummerSlam 05, Hulk Hogan came back, took on HBK at SummerSlam, politicked his way to a win, which led to Shawn Michaels overselling like his life depended on it. This was when for one night Shawn Michaels was in full 1997 mode. Hogan was making his entrance and Shawn Michaels out here burying himself. This was the match where Shawn Michaels got hit with the big boot and you would think this man got assassinated. You gotta love it. And speaking of Shawn Michaels, you can't talk about 05 HBK and not mention that legendary promo he cut in Montreal.
Who's your daddy, Montreal?
The Matt Hardy vs Edge and Lita program was wild, when reality mixed into wrestling a bit too much.
That was real life.
You had Matt Hardy and Edge jumping off.
Lita cheated on Matt with Edge. Edge and Matt Hardy was best friends. Shit was wild, bro.
Stages, steel cages. Edge was out here beating up Matt so bad that I'm 99% sure this is why Matt Hardy went insane in 2016. The fact that the WWE used this and leveraged it into a storyline is crazy. So in real life, Lita cheated on Matt with Edge. The WWE released Matt Hardy, but then was like, you know what? Let's bring him back so we can have Edge beat his ass. They really used this real life situation as a storyline, and there was just so much craziness going on. Muhammad Hassan pulled up to SmackDown and did this on an episode of SmackDown the same week that this happened in London, but they didn't care. They didn't cut it out. They're like, you know what? YOLO. Y'all remember the Master Lock challenge? Your childhood was incomplete unless you did this to your friend at recess to see if
I did.
anyone could truly escape. And I'm gonna be honest, yo, it's
I don't know if they still do it now, but they did it back then. It was popular.
basically impossible to escape that. Everything about 05 was perfect. The shows had their own vibes, the intros, the pay-per-views, the roster, the video game, SmackDown vs Raw at Survivor Series, which was basically our version of Crips and Bloods being played out. The WWE was just taking the most random chances. In June of 05, there was ECW One Night Stand, where for one night in the Hammerstein Ballroom, ECW was alive and well, and the WWE put on an authentic feeling pay-per-view with flaming tables, the hostile crowd and all. And that's the thing, I look back at 05 05 and I just get so happy. There were so many amazing moments, but the thing is, I can't believe that half of this stuff happened. I can't believe that two men fought over the custody of a child. I can't believe they had an ECW pay-per-view in the middle of the year. I can't believe that Edge and Lita and Matt Hardy, their whole love triangle became a storyline, and just everything. It was just crazy, and I truly feel blessed that I was able to witness this live as a kid, and this was when my WWE fandom was at its highest, and it's so easy to see why. 2005 is without a doubt my favorite year in WWE history. If you couldn't watch an episode, you were actually sad because you probably missed out on the best sweet chin music ever, or Eugene becoming an Olympic gold medalist. Every week something was going down. But in the description there will be a link to a post I made on the Wrestling Gifts subreddit where I list the essential pay-per-view and matches that you have to watch from 05. So go check it out and go reminisce and enjoy 2005. In the comments below, let me know your memories of 05. And honestly, let me know what is your favorite year in WWE history. It's your boy Pav, aka Wrestling Gifts, and I just want to say thank you guys for watching. I know this video was all over the place, but honestly, I just wanted to sit here and reminisce about 2005 when wrestling was at its peak for me. But I truly hope you guys enjoyed. Leave your comments below, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what's good. Go check out the subreddit, go check out the Patreon. I swear I'll actually post now. And I just want to say once again thank you, and see you guys later.
So, yeah, bro, what's your favorite WWE year? What's your favorite year of WWE? What's your personal favorite? So, yeah, I want to know. Comment down below. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the vibes. Whoever you're just checking out, you are.